So, this week, today is January 11th, Thursday, a week after my second infusion. The last 3-4 days have been rough as rough can be. However, I would still say that they were better than the first time, and I attribute that to at least knowing what to expect. When on Monday, I was having it, gastrointestinal issues, just heavy. And I remember just running to my room and just crying. And Philippians 4:13 came to me, that I can do all this through Christ who gives me strength, through him who gives me strength. And I would like to read from 10 to 13. It said, I rejoiced greatly in the Lord. This is Apostle Paul talking to the church at Philippi. It said, I rejoiced greatly in the Lord that at last you renewed my concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned, but you had no opportunity to show it. I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. Then verse 13, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. So he talks about being able to have contentment in the midst of trials, in the midst of success, in all things to be content, that it is the Holy Spirit, it is Jesus who gives him strength. I like that it says, I can do, not I will, right? Our personal will sometimes does not want us to go through what we're going through. I do not will to have cancer. I do not will to go through cancer. But I can, meaning I am able to do all this through him who gives me strength. It's the first time I paid attention to the can, because he could have said, I go through this, or I will go through this. He says, I can, meaning I am enabled to go through this through him who gives me strength. It is not by might, it is not by power, but it is by the Holy Spirit. And then you pray that as you're being enabled, you also have the will to continue fighting through this. So that is what I got during that time, and I clung to it because I needed to. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I was just needing something to cling for, and I'm thankful for the Holy Spirit giving me that verse, that I am able to go through this. I can do hard things. I have an affirmation poster in my daughter's room, and one of the things it says, I am brave, I am smart, I am kind, I can do hard things. And she repeats that. So now it's me to actually tell myself that I can do hard things. And this is a hard thing, but through the help of the Holy Spirit, I can get through it. And he also enables me to get through it through people. So I'm grateful for those who have called me, who are continuing to pray for me, who have given me a word in this season. That is also part of what helps me to be able to go through what I'm going through. So I'm praying that these side effects are wearing down, and that by the end of this week, I will be back to some strength, at least until I get to the second infusion. But I can also pray that I know that I will get through that as well, because I can do hard things through him.